Very quick intro to laser cutting using CAD. So if you go to tinkercad.com, we will use sign in up here, sign in with Google, and then you can use your K-12 information to sign in. Once you get into Tinkercad, we'll hit Create New Design. And when we laser cut, we're only getting the top view because it's a two-dimensional object. So you can use this cube up here and click Top. We can go through these shapes. And again, you need to think about the top view. So generally speaking, you're only thinking about the outside lines of the shape. So what I'll do is I'll grab a box, drag it over. Very nice. When you click on these little white squares, you can get the dimensions for that shape. Right now this is in millimeters, so I can type in 40 millimeters if I want to make it bigger. We got a rectangle, 40 millimeters here, and now it's back to a square. Here's one thing that I want to show you really quickly. If you want to make holes, you can grab one of these semi-transparent, translucent shapes. You can add it in, change it to the dimension you want, either by dragging it, or again, you can go ahead and click in to these text boxes, change your dimensions. And it gets a little tricky sometimes when we're looking at some of the elevation, but again, right now we don't need the elevation too much. We just want to move it forward. And if you have trouble, feel free to use your arrow keys on your keyboard. I just want to make sure that that is sitting where I need it to. And what I'll do is click and drag. So I'm selecting two shapes, the cylinder and the box. And what I'll do is up top, group them together, and we should get a hole. Now that looks a little funky, but it started a hole, and that's what I need so far. I might go back through and play around with that just a little bit to make sure that hole goes all the way through, but we've got a good start so far to make a hole. Another thing that you can do is if we grab, let's see, what's a better shape here? Let's say we grab this heart. Grab this heart, and maybe we want to put this heart somewhere like this, and we want to cut these things out together. What you can do is group those, and it becomes one object, and that's what we want. So how do we get from Tinkercad to laser cutting? If you go up to the top right, we'll export, and what we want is at the bottom, the .svg. Click that, it'll start downloading, and here's the other piece of software we will need. app.glowforge.com. I'll put these in Schoology for you. If you go to create, and then we want to upload from file, which is our computer. I'll go to my downloads, and what we want is that weirdly named file. .svg. There it is. Once that starts preparing, we can click and drag that around. And from here, I'll show you how to change your settings and your material. We'll do that in person, but that is a quick down and dirty beginning to laser cutting using Tinkercad and the laser cutter that we'll use today, the Glowforge. Thank you for joining.